What's up, Tricology family? Welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Talk. We have another table discussion episode for you guys today. But before we go into today's topics, we have another special guest at our show today. We have a new guest at our show today. And let me tell you about this person. I know this person for a very long time, going on 10 years now. She's like a sister to me. And she has a lot of experience in the television broadcast world right now. She's a videographer, and she is currently working at CNN in the ATL studios right now. So everyone, please welcome Tahiz Malu to the show. Tahiz, welcome to the show.
Hi, how you doing, Trico?
What's up? What's up?
Thank you for inviting me for the show.
All
Shoot,
right.
I heard.
All right. So Ty, go ahead and just tell everyone the Tricology family and the viewers in the world. Just tell them if you have any like project that you're doing by yourself, if you want to kind of share that, and just tell them all your social media so everyone can follow you and network and see what you do.
All right, great. Because one of my biggest projects right now is eating out and doing reviews. I have three video vlogs on Facebook page on TV Tahiz. And basically, I'm going to be reviewing foods that I eat. Along the way, I'm going to be talking about fun facts. Along the way, I'm going to be talking about such things like what's going on in the pandemic with food. Today's episode was about, or today's vlog, as you say, because it's in a format in which I'm showing you what I eat daily. I'm not going out to the fancy restaurants. I'm in my start out period. So I like to talk about food in general. I love eating food. I have a passion for food, and food is in so many ways a language that we speak, and it's so important to me that I can be able to navigate. Like, I haven't traveled a lot, but I love all different types of food, and I can understand people where they're coming from, their roots, and their geographic by their food, their geographical and their fashion and stuff by their food. So it's just really, I want people to tune in. It's been day 3. But my biggest idea, the idea in general, is to be able to review bigger restaurants, to be able to review bigger meals, to cook myself, just to really have a really good conversation about food. You can follow me on TV _Tahiz on Instagram. On Instagram, you'll see a lot of selfies of me. I'm working on projects where I can host. I currently work for CNN as Trico, but as a technical operator. I have, we know Shamiko and I know each other for like 10 years. But I started there in 2013. No, 2011. I started there in 2011. So it was
2011.
Huh?
Yeah, it was 2011.
Yeah, we graduated in 2013. So as much as Trico knows and she is, concentrated on more film. I've done video and news. I work for CNN. I work for Telemundo and Fox. I do more I guess news broadcasting and doing the background. Now I'm trying to step out in front of the camera and show what this mouth is about. Because I talk a big game. So I hope I can walk it like I talk it, or talk it like I walk it.
All right. Yeah, awesome. So let's get into our today's topics today. So as you may know, well, we are in a very global pandemic situation right now, and people are trying to figure out what we can do in this quarantine life. So if you think about it, there's some restricted rules and guidelines of what you can do at home, or if you had to go like certain routines or like certain errands you had to do, and you had to guide by the restrictions, no matter where you are. If you were in Miami, Atlanta, LA, or no matter where you at. So when I come to this quantity life, so I try to stay active as much as possible because like for me as a filmmaker, we can't go out and do projects that we know we would do, or if we have like a future upcoming project we was about to do, but it got canceled and we can't go outside or can't do anything. So like myself they could stay active. So I'm doing the podcast show there as we are doing right now, as I'm doing right now. Um, Catching up with some movies and shows from Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and other streaming services that are going on, or maybe just playing video games or like. And if I can't go to the gym, then I do my daily workouts at home and stuff like, and try to go grocery shopping, but try to be safe from and use the social distancing from other people if I got to go shopping and like other stuff for food, or if I'm going to eat at a restaurant or go to a restaurant, you have to do drive-throughs or order online, and you can easily just pick it up at a curbside or somewhere
Yeah.
that you can easily just pick up. So and during this time, you got to stay positive and like and try to stay active in what you do. Like some people can get bored and like, oh, I can't stay here. Like this is too long, and like, yeah, just stay positive. But and don't do anything crazy because like the governors are trying their best they can to try to reopen certain things like barbershops, hair salons, beaches, movie theaters, and certain phrases as they can go along. But there are some people like when they first try to reopen stuff, like they taking advantage of it. I'm not following the rules, not having masks on, not social distancing, and that's why people are getting more sick and more like getting tested positive for coronavirus and all that other stuff. So Ty, my question for you is that how are you doing in this quantity life, and what kind of tips and can you give our viewers of trying to stay active in this quantity life during this pandemic that we're going on right now?
So, well, for me, I've been Miss Home Improvement. All the little things that have been like broken in the house. I've been repainting like all the little borders in my house are like all white now. Just because it was just a little project I could do to make my house. Like I love my house. My house is my what is it called? What is it called? My house is my
My house is my home.
your sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
My sanctuary. So I spray painted. I bought a new TV. I'm trying to put, like digital box. It's how you get your because I have a new TV, so I'm trying not to pay for cable. I'm trying to get my little it's like a digital antenna. That's a project for today. Staying organized. Um, Visiting a lot of these videos just like this. I do a lot of meetings for work from WebEx and Zoom. I do a lot of my meetings from even talking to people. I use Messenger, everything a lot. I talk. I really use it not just to like see myself in cat and dog videos with my friends. It's like really like, hey man, I see my grandma. My grandma. Um, I haven't seen her. She uses the technology now that so she could see her nieces and nephews and cousins. So I'm just be seeing social in my own way. Like I'm used to just going out to bars. I mean, not to sound crazy, but me and my boyfriend we like to go out, eat, socialize. So I'm trying to do that here. We socialize through the cams. We eat here a lot, or we order DoorDash and stuff like that.
Awesome. So, like during this time, were you able to try to catch up or like any movies and TVs like through Netflix or Hulu or Disney Plus that you were able to before the pandemic started?
Oh yeah. I to start off with Disney Plus. I watched all my Lion Kings, the ones with the real animals and the old one like 3,000 times, and then I got off the subscription. I didn't like that much. Then, but yes, Netflix. Like I'm on Greenleaf now. I know people been on Greenleaf and taking Greenleaf away. Have you seen Greenleaf?
Yeah. Mhm.
You
Yes.
know, like, people love Greenleaf. It's an Oprah production and it's Oprah Winfrey production. And I'm like so inspired. Now I'm like, I'm catching up to a lot. Oh, Tiger King. Hello, Tiger
Oh
King.
my God. Have you seen all the memes that's been going on with Tiger King? All the memes all the memes
Oh, Carol Baskin.
oh
Killed her husband, slashed
oh my God, bro.
her. You can't convince me that it did. It happened. Carol Baskin.
Yeah. This is great. Like that's been the most reviewed. I think it even still at the top 10 list of the things to watch on Netflix. Like it's gone so popular. Uh, yeah, like oh my God, like even even now, so, that Nicolas Cage is gonna be doing another TV series and gonna be playing the role of the Tiger King. So I'm kind of excited to see what they're gonna do with that. What they're gonna do?
Nicolas Cage is like he trolling himself. He gonna play the Tiger King.
Yeah, yeah, they're actually gonna do an actual TV series of him about him playing the Tiger King. Even though we are watching the documentary on Netflix, but they want to do an actual TV series with someone playing as Tiger King. So Nicolas Cage got the role, even though he's been ghosting out. Like, we ain't never seen Nicolas Cage in a movie or a TV series role in a long time. So it'll be kind of interesting how he's going to be playing out the role. So I'll be waiting, just waiting on the details of what's going to happen with that.
I just find it interesting what you just said because, like, isn't he in jail? Like, isn't this the reason he went to jail? Is to like he must have the rights to a lot of the actual Tiger King guy. You know what I'm saying? What's his name?
Joe actually, I can't pronounce his last name, but it's Joe
Exotic, right?
Yeah.
Joey Exotic. Like he must have the right, and that's what he did. He was an entertainer who made a lot of money and then like moved money around enough. Well, besides trying to kill fucking Carol Baskin and put a hit on her, it's the money laundering, and now he's locked up and still making money, like lots of money. Like people crazy.
Yeah. All right. You talk about food like during this quarantine life. So how you like getting your foods and like from grocery stores, and how you say you're doing the door dashing, and you talk about it like switching up from pizza to rice and everything. So how you getting your foods nowadays? Since bars and restaurants are closing nowadays, and like you have to try to do social distancing and try to be safe while try to do grocery shop for the house.
I do grocery shopping every once in a while. I do. I actually don't miss out on anything. I do groceries twice a month, and then like we spontaneously eat out maybe once, like 1 to 3 times a week. So like it's it's like I'm really not missing out on what food is accessible to me totally. I get to try new barbecue places and places I never tried before. And I get a lot of food, because I guess people didn't want to run out of the food that they have. When I go order 12 wings, they give me 16 wings, just so they don't run. They just don't let that food go to waste. The food just tastes so much better to me. I guess because they put more energy and time into it. And it's just I feel like that like the own as far as drinking, in New York, they're gonna start letting people do to go drink orders. I heard, but I haven't heard a generalized nationwide or even in Georgia, like, hey, you can order alcoholic beverages and let them be sent to your home because I don't know how that works. There's a lot of licensing going on. But I would like to see that happen. I just Jello shots the other day, and that was fun. But it was like a party for one. So.
Mm. So with barbershops, beauty salon, nail salons, and gyms are closed. Well, what is your solutions to that, and like how you taking that into consideration as far as the quantity life is going.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? What part? The hair?
So with barbershops, beauty salons, nail salons, gyms are closing. So what is your alternative and solutions as regards to that in the quantity life?
Oh, like being active?
Yeah, as
See?
far as as far as not going to barbershops, beauty salons, nail salons, and going to gyms and like all that other stuff.
Well, I didn't go to my nail salon. You know, you know, some. Sorry, excuse me. So sorry. I should have brought some water. But I'm so sorry. Some nail salons are open. My hair salon isn't open, and oh, excuse me, my nail salon isn't open, and therefore, like, I haven't been able to do my hair. But you just start being creative, like my grandma said, like do it in your house. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna hurt you to just start doing stuff to your hair, buying the tools you need. I guess you don't have everything accessible to you, like little stores and stuff, but it's nice to think of doing stuff at home now, and how we're getting closer to the roots of our soul, like the roots of our what makes us live, you know.
Yeah, because of right now, because like in Miami right now, they started opening barbershops now. They started opening beauty salons now. They started nail salons right now. But instead of they can do walk-ins, but they're allowing something like online appointments. Like say if you are a customer to that particular place, and if you do an online appointment, then you can go. Then you can do that. But you can't do walk-ins right now, and they're probably doing it at a capacity of how many clients can go in at one at a time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I said, with the phrases, they're trying to open up as much shops, retailers, and entertainment stuff as much as they can. But like I said, there is come to certain capacity and certain restrictions that people have to follow the guidelines until the pandemic thing is over, and
Mm.
that's what's going on right now. And other than that, moving on to our next topic. So ever since the pandemic started again in March, um there was one movie that was supposed to come out in March, but it's now going to be coming out in September. That's Quiet Place 2. Have you ever seen the first one?
Oh yeah, love it. Yes.
Yeah. So starting from that movie, Quiet Place 2, all these movies are getting like delayed and trying to figure out a new release date, and a lot of productions had to were suspended and had to stop, such as the new Marvel movie, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Matrix 4, the two new Avatar movies. Yeah, there was a lot of productions that they had to stop, and because of the pandemic, and and a lot of the movie theaters are closed, and then and they're losing a lot of business and all that other stuff. So Hollywood is trying to think of solutions of trying to get their movies out, and and thankfully with the streaming service that's going on, like I mentioned with Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, they're thinking of their solutions of releasing their movies on the streaming platforms that they got while the movie theater is closed. Like take for example, Universal's Trolls World Tour. That was supposed to come out in theaters, but it got canceled, and it was released straight to streaming, and it was received amount of success with the streaming, the VOD sales that going on. So that was just a good success. And coming tomorrow, new Scooby Doo movie is going to be coming out through streaming and VOD. So I'm pretty sure that movie is going to achieve a lot of success as well. And if you think about it, one of Hollywood's plans was to release the low budget movies to streaming and have the higher and major budget movies like the Marvel movies, the Fast and the Furious movies, and the James Bond movies, the Star Wars movies, like those big budget type movies into the theaters because they believe those movies will make a lot of money not only for the theaters and for their companies as well. So with that, do you think that's a good strategy as regards to trying to release their movies into streaming and back to the theaters when the movies move when the movie is over?
I do. I think it is a great strategy because I I was never a movie theater type of person to go somewhere in comfortable chairs for long periods of time. You are totally a theater person because and you love like you really go to these comfortable places and you make the arrangement comfortable for yourself. Okay, so do movie do I think it is a good strategy. I think that why not make me paying $27 for the movie to come out today or come out in the first 6 weeks, and then lower the price as you go, then halt everything, stop everything. Like I think this is just so unprecedented, and instead of reopening so much, we should at least try to allow the things like films like that, allow them to fully roll out, allow them to complete their and finalize their operation, execute their operation. Like I know a lot of people would have paid $30 to watch the film they wanted to watch now than wait till next year. You know, and um, it's not like it's a new norm, I think, because all the companies are. You see, you saw the new Peacock streaming, right? The NBC streaming and HBO streaming and Max and everyone's streaming, and I think it's the smartest thing to do. Netflix has done something fantastic, and it allows us to start new production there. I think companies who weren't in the forefront, like Netflix, that were like the NBCs, ABCs, CBSs of the world, Foxes of the world, that they're coming now. You know what I'm saying? They're doing it. The Foxy they kind of been doing streaming for a while, and but they've only done it for like the cable, like you have to have Xfinity, you have to have Comcast, you have to have a cable provider first. They haven't done it like Netflix and having the app. So I think they're going in a fantastic direction. Don't stop me from watching a movie that I want to watch now. I'll pay more. I pay more for other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, um, look at Tyler Perry. I don't know if you heard about Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is building 46 new homes on the lot. He's slowly rolling out brand new. Um, I mean, not brand new. He's slowly reopening his production again. He's gonna be safe. He's gonna allow people to live on the the campus. Um, is it a perfect situation? No, but if that's what film industry's got to do, that's what we're gonna have to do. Build little campuses. Are you gonna build the movie now? Okay, we're gonna live and you gonna live in the studio all the time. Not no trailer in a hotel or in your house. Like, you're gonna live here with your family for a while. So I think it's a good
I'm glad you mentioned Tyler Perry because everybody knows about Tyler Perry Studios and like a lot of movies, not just his movies, but other movies like Marvel movies come to his studios and try to film at his backlot and everything. Because I know where all the houses, the baseball court, He even got a White House to make a lot. They was at the president White House, hospital facilities and everything. So he made out the guidelines of when the U.S. government say like, oh, that it's okay for us to go back to work and do all these productions, whether it's a film or a TV series and everything. So he put out a guideline saying that if we do come to work at the studio, say like, oh, you gotta wear masks at all times. Um, get tested to make sure you're not tested positive for the coronavirus, and if you feel that you're feeling sick or maybe like doing some coughing and stuff like and don't come to work at all, then make sure you stay healthy and all that good stuff. That, I mean, that applies to not only for the cast but also crew members as well. So do you believe in these in these guidelines that Tyler Perry is putting out as regards to his studio when the pandemic is over and the U.S. government allow us to go back to work and go back into production and have us film our stuff again?
Yeah, I think that we're going towards. I think that the government is gonna allow it. I think everything is generally too soon. We're talking about a pandemic. We call it a pandemic now, but it ain't nothing but a modern day plague. You know, for it to sweep like it has, and we just like kind of like we're acting kind of we're smart enough to know we have to self quarantine and we have to do this, but we're not smart enough to know that, oh, we're bored, let's get back on here. Like, no, I think we have to give it time. I think what Tyler Perry's idea is fantastic, but I'm okay with us being like hella bored for the next year. I'm okay with that. Does it sound great? Like, oh, our economy. But what about our health? Like, my homegirls, like like you know somebody who got corona. Everybody do, and everybody's messed up. And it's like, how you gonna continue to allow to if this to be cool? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just this should it should stay like calm as possible. Um, and as harsh as it is for people to hear, like, yeah, the government should help us for a while. It sounds crazy, but the plan they had going was just fine. Fauci has self-quarantined because it has hit the White House. Now, Fauci has to ask, I think, ask himself this damn question: like, if this didn't have to, if the states didn't reopen, would I have to self quarantine, or would I be out there really helping get a virus, a vaccine rolling faster and quicker than we can? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and you can't even blame Donald Trump. It's everyone else. Like, Trump is just getting on. They like we was talking so much ish about Trump getting on the horse and really riding our safety, closing the government down, and now he's on the horse, and we're like, all right, get down, and it's like it's too much, too fast. I'm bored as hell. I have my boyfriend. He got a job, and he has to stay somewhere else. But I'd rather not be sick.
Yeah. So while we're still on this topic, so the Hollywood has to think of really of a new strategy, think of resolution, trying to stay positive in the Hollywood world. So there was an episode, I don't know if you heard of this show called All Rise. Have you ever heard of that show? That'd be on ABC.
Oh no.
It has the girl who played she was in Luke Cage, and she had that bionic arm. She was a detective, on that show.
Detective girl from Luke Cage.
Yeah, and they recently did an episode. It was like a bio episode where all the cast members they did like a particular Zoom meeting like they did, and and the thing about it is that I remember like they did a what was this show Modern Family. They did another similar episode like a viral episode like they do like a video chat and like all the crew members was there like they do it they go into the scripts and everything that's going on and other stuff. And there was another film like it was a horror film called Unfriended. Like everything was viral. Like everyone, all the cast was talking like the video chat and Skype. So that's another creative way into like making more TV series or making more films and like all the other stuff. And there was even a show on Fox called Celebrity Watch Party, and and you can see all the celebrities like in the first episode they had Master P, they had Romeo, they had Raven, they had Tyra Banks on there. Like they was watching shows that we watched. Like for example, The Last Dance, The Masked Singer, um, Disney's nature documentary Elephants. Yeah, they was watching the stuff that we was that we be watching at our TVs and couch everything, and I think that was a good concept of of releasing new content to the networks and all other stuff. So, what do you think about trying to do more viral films and viral episodes for a certain TV series?
What viral episodes that am I watching?
Yeah, what do you think of like doing more viral films and more viral episodes like the TV series? I just have like a bunch of screens of like everyone doing like a Zoom meeting or like a Skype chat and everything. So like you can still have the script in your hand, like no matter what type of movie it is, like all this stuff. What do you think about those concepts of like trying to create something new like for the network and all that other stuff?
In what way though? Because I could see like certain things being done, like like the news and stuff, but like what else creatively could be done like that?
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, there was a couple countries that are allowing certain productions to resume. So far, the UK, New Zealand, and Iceland are allowing certain productions to resume, like the new Batman movie, Netflix's show The Witcher, and other film and TV productions that's going on right now. So we just waiting on US government to give us the okay to resume production here, no matter where we at in LA, Atlanta, somewhere. So that's the latest news that's going on as far as the movie industry is concerned. And and other than that, the Oscars put out a news, but for their next year's Oscars, they are now accepting streaming and video on demand movies. So
Oh,
because yeah, yeah, because like no movies in the theater is in the theaters right now. So and we all knew this was bound to happen somehow because think about it. Last year, like two Netflix movies, The Irishman and Marriage Story, those was on the Best Picture nomination. And if you think about it, like there's a couple good movies I know that that's coming to Netflix soon. Like most of the Oscars, the Academy, what they do, um, most of the nominations be from movies that come out in the fall and stuff like that. So and they also put out a guideline saying like, oh, we can accept movies that was intended for a theatrical release but now going into streaming and VOD. So then they are now accepting that as well. So what do you think of the Oscars' new strategy of allowing more streaming and more VOD movies than rather just have movies that was in the theaters?
I think it's smart because that's like why haven't they always done it? You know what I'm saying? That's why the Oscars can be so bummy sometimes because they're just not modern and up to date about the stuff that they produce. I am so jealous of your water jug. Let me tell you, because I'm so thirsty. But after this, I'm gonna probably grab a little water. But anyways, I'm completely. I think it's so smart of them. I don't know why they haven't done it. You know, like it takes them a while to do stuff. They'll create new comedies and new categories for different things, and but that's why we gotta represent. Well, okay, I was gonna go another direction with that, but what I was saying was, I'm glad that they're representing. I'm glad that they're coming forward with the fact that they know that they have Netflix streaming has great content now. It's totally different. Streaming is an animal of its own, and it's the leading animal. And like, if you want to, the Oscars it did a smart thing because it would have gone obsolete. Oscars was already known for not categorizing great and not supporting different diverse communities. Don't start with not just following along with trends, like Oscars. Anyways.
Mm. Do you think this gives more opportunity, like for indies and local filmmakers, like to put their projects out there, like for example, like towards like submitting their projects to Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and Disney Plus and other streaming services out there, and to try to get that recognition, no matter if you get nominated like for Oscars, um, the Golden Globe, the Emmys, and all that other good stuff. Because like for my uh, for my for my perseverance, I think this is well enough a good strategy because I don't know if you ever heard of this new strategy called Quibi. So that's a streaming service like streaming like for your phone and like that and the way they go about their content, they're allowing um, TV series that can go no longer than 30 minutes. So I think that's a good strategy for like local filmmakers that are doing like short films, and they get easily submitted to submitted to Quibi because most of the times when we do short films that they don't go no longer than 30 minutes. So that's my take on that. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I was checking out Quibi. I didn't know Quibi was content under 30 minutes, but I think filmmaking will never stop. Um, I think that we're gonna find a way. We gotta find a way to protect ourselves when we're on these sets, but I don't find that anything's gonna slow down anytime soon. I don't think that we'll always need film, and people spend a lot of money. Now, how they have to figure out how they're gonna get it to us in a profit making decent way is gonna be hard for them. But I don't think it's gonna. I don't think there's gonna be a shortage of streaming ways to get money for us to watch movies. Oh, we love movies, and then it's not an American thing anymore. I think everyone around the world loves seeing what they dream of and what we all dream of out on the big screen. So how how it's gonna change, but it'll never stop.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. But yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, moving on to our next topic. So let's talk about sports. So when the pandemic started, it started around when the basketball season is still going on, and like I think like the first two NBA players had was tested positive, so like they stopped the season completely, and the and when I saw a meme of a picture with all the aliens from Space Jam. and it was showing a picture of when they was holding the basketball, and they're like, oh, this was the last time that the NBA was canceled. Like during that time, yeah, there was an actual meme about that. So when it comes to like the with the sports, and I see like all the wrestling promotions like WWE and AEW that they're still doing their live shows, and some are going live and some were pre-taped. But most importantly, that they're doing their shows with no audience because they want to try to stay safe uh, with the performers and the actual workers of that working with the promotion that's going on. So and I think that baseball, basketball, and football are going to have to look towards this strategy of try to do their thing, but now allowing no fans that in the audience. So so basketball is in the phrases of doing their virtual practicing that they're doing right now at their facilities, but they have to think of ways of when the new season starts, they had to try to figure out a way of doing their games at the arenas, but trying to have with no fans in the audience, which is going to be tough. Which is going to be tough, but I think they can actually pull it off because the baseball season, believe they can actually pull it off. They believe they can pull it off because like baseball season is about to start sometime in July right now, and they want to go forward is trying to start the new season. So and football season about to start soon in August too. So they had to the NFL has to think about that solution as well. So my question for you is that how do you feel of all these sports trying to do their thing but with no audience in attendance?
I think it's no problem. I think it should have been done. I don't think there's a problem with it at all. I think it's an organized sport. I don't know if they have a problem with doing it without an audience. Um, I don't. Boxing already started without audience. Like it's possible. I guess I guess what's a show without the audience? Um, an art that probably is very sad. It probably super like sad not to have that audience. But if the art, I would categorize sports as a freaking art. You know what I'm saying? Just saying that it's not art but entertainment. Actually, you know what I'm saying? And that it should continue to flourish without a problem. This team is against this team. I don't know, like I'm not a big sports girl, but this team is against this team. What do I need any audience for? Period. I think it should continue with it. Just do your testing. It's limited people. You know, if you're testing everyone, um, what's the problem? I don't keep it moving, y'all. That's how I would say.
Yeah, because that with the basketball with NBA, they was trying to figure ways of trying to start the playoffs. Um, their two suggestions was trying to find a location somewhere in Las Vegas or do their playoffs at Walt Disney World Resort. So, but that plan kind of scratched off, and there was another rumor saying that we're gonna start our new season around Christmas season and then going forward to next July and August. That's still a rumor. I don't know if that's scratched off yet, but that's the rumor that's going on right now with the NBA. And like I said, with baseball, they are content of starting their new season as July as usual, but they said no audience in attendance, but and they doing the virus testing for all baseball players and all workers that have to be there when the game starts. And I don't know what the NFL is gonna do, but we're just gonna have to wait and see what's going to be their updates with that. And like I mentioned with the wrestling promotions, so as far as the location is concerned, WWE have been doing their shows in Orlando, and there was another wrestling promotion, AEW, is doing their promotions in Jacksonville. So that's their two undisclosed locations that they're doing their promotions right now. They're going into phrases of trying to get fans in the audience in attendance back into their live shows, but I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. They're trying to work on it and see what they can do. I don't know if the NBA and the NFL or the baseball season are going to try to do that as well. But we're just gonna have to wait and see what they gonna try to do. What they gonna try
Yep, I agree.
and lastly, our last topic for today. So let's talk about the music business. So as far as the music industry is concerned, there's been a lot of shows that like for example, Fred Hammett, that's a gospel artist. He recently did his show in his garage. Like he had his band, he had the instruments, and yeah, he did his shows in the garage, and that was great. And iHeartRadio, they had their music awards at their couch at their homes. They're doing the music, all that stuff. And so far in Instagrams, there's been a lot of rap battles that be going on to try to entertain us. But the one question is that how can music artists go back into their studios and try to record their songs and all that stuff? Is it safe for them, or they have to spray down and wipe out anything before they touch, or are they recording their music back at home and try to release it? And another thing for what's going to happen in terms to concerts, a lot of future concerts have been delayed or canceled, especially music festival events such as Coachella, Ultra, and all that stuff. Because in LA, they said no large base events until 2021, and they never put out specifically in 2021 when that's gonna end. So if you think about it, in my opinion, they will have to bring back they have to bring in live-in concerts because I saw in a news article that a music artist, like he had his band, like he had the stage and everything, but the audience was in their cars, like they was like if they were at a drive-in theater. So he had his concert, like but all the audience was in their car and all this stuff. So I think that's a great solution as regards into concerts, but especially if you're going to an outside concert, I don't know what they're gonna do as far as that indoor concerts. But what are your thoughts on the music industry when it comes to the pandemic?
It's sad that we're gonna be missing out on such great. We've missed out on such great music festivals, and I'm sorry my battery's about to go low, super low. But yeah, I don't. I think it's very sad. I think that for us organizing like this, like I was planning to go to Rolling Loud this year with my boyfriend in Miami, and it was gonna be so dope. And I just can't imagine music without those events. Like I can't imagine music without those events and those big gatherings and those big festivals, and it's a culture thing. And I just I want to hear my music. I want to see my music. I want to feel my music, you know. And I am like I don't know what they're gonna do with as far as that. Like uh There's virtual reality, maybe. There's I don't know. We're gonna have to that virtual reality, that concept, that idea, I guess, of us also always being virtual. When we think of the future, is maybe actually happening. Like, think of this, and then Demolition Man, they wouldn't have sex. They would have these little headphone things or something. They would never touch because it was germy, because you might get sick, and it's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're probably always going to be in a coronavirus state of alert, or a germ state of alert, or a virus state of alert, and we're gonna have to experience festivals probably right next to other virtual people, and it's gonna be so weird, you know. I would hate it, because man, like, I want, my kids are probably gonna be like, you used to be able to sit, like, I just went to mosh pit, at a Slipknot concert in September, and they're like rolling in the fucking dirt practically. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna be able to do that anymore. It's so sad. So I just don't know. I don't want to go virtual yet. I'm too much an 80s baby. It's like a middle child syndrome on top of middle child syndrome. I'm a middle child and a millennial and an 80s baby, the 80s baby millennial, and it's just sad. It's too much too fast. I've gone from, like, really not having phone, like not having phones in the house, or cell phones, or as a jit, to, like, probably not being able to see or touch other people because of illnesses and technology, and it's just too much. So that's my last word.
Yeah. So what you think of music artists is doing their shows from their backyard, or like through their garage, or like from their homes, and try to stay active with their fans and their audience, or like through YouTube, or do Facebook Live, or do like Instagram Live.
That's I think of it as that experience. We we want to connect. We do. It's gonna be it's gonna seem like such a little part, but to me, I think that's the biggest part of music, that we're out there looking at other people look at us about music. We love that, is talking about our feelings to each other. So when we're not doing that, and we're doing it over, like, a technology, software, cold, something so, like, cold, I think we're gonna lose a little part of what raw music is all about, and what feeling really the music is all about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna get all technical and shit, and it's not gonna be as great, honestly, if I think my battery's gonna die.
All right. So that was our topic for you for that we discussed today. So let us know in the comment section what are your guys' thoughts and opinions on topics that we discussed today. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And don't forget to follow Tahiz and her social medias. I'll have that link down below. And without further ado, thank you to Tahiz. Thank you for coming on our show today and discussing everything that's going on in this pandemic going on. All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. And all right. Other than that, she is Ty, and I'm Trico, and we're signing off. Peace.
Bye, Chico. There you go.
Yeah.